They don't need the spotlight to become power icons. These women quietly built empires the world now bows to. From steel to tech, from beauty to the halls of parliament, their influence goes far beyond the numbers in their bank accounts. This is power without noise, wealth with purpose. Subscribe now and dive into the world of India's 10 richest women. And trust me, number 1 will leave you speechless. Kavitri Jindal, $38 billion. Queen of Steel in politics, Kavitri Jindal didn't just inherit a company. She inherited a challenge and turned it into an empire. After the sudden death of her husband, Op Jindal, founder of the Jindal Group, many expected her to quietly step away. But Kavitri did the opposite. She stepped into power and led a steel and energy empire to even greater heights. Today, that empire is worth over $38 billion and powers much of India's infrastructure, electricity, and industrial growth. She is the richest woman in India and the only woman in the nation's top 10 wealthiest people. Let that sink in. One woman among titans and she leads. But her journey didn't stop at boardrooms. Kavitri entered politics and served as a cabinet minister in the state of Haryana, balancing business with public service. Her influence spans more than just industry. She leads initiatives in education, transportation, and yes, even aviation. The Jindal Group owns a private airport in Orissa, named after her. At 75 years old, Kavitri Jindal continues to expand a legacy built on strength, resilience, and vision. She's not just a businesswoman, she's a queen of steel and strategy. 9. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, $3.2 billion. Biotech pioneer. In 1978, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw launched her dream with nothing but 10,000 rupees and a vision that defied expectations. She was a woman entering a man's world. Banks refused to lend to her. Investors doubted her. Everyone told her biotech wasn't a place for women. But she pushed forward, started small. Her first product, yeast enzymes for beer. They laughed. She kept building. That little startup in a Bangalore garage became Biocon, now Asia's leading insulin manufacturer. Her company produces life-saving medicines used around the world. Today, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw is worth over $3.2 billion. But her mission has never been about money. It's about making healthcare affordable for the masses. She leads breakthroughs in cancer and autoimmune treatment and reinvests in better technologies even after facing product crisis. But Kiran doesn't just build medicine. She builds minds. She supports STEM education, especially for young girls, opening doors that were once closed to her. Her legacy is science, service, and strength. From a garage to global impact, Kiran proved that one woman with a plan and persistence can change the face of medicine forever. 8. Faluni Nur, $2.9 billion, founder of Nika. At 50, most people slow down. Faluni Nur sped up. After decades in investment banking, she made a bold move, leaving it all behind to start something entirely new. In 2012, she launched Nika, an online beauty platform at a time when e-commerce in India was still in its infancy. People doubted her, said it was too risky, too late, too digital for the Indian market, but Faluni saw something they didn't. A rising generation ready to shop with a click. She built Nika with sharp instincts, a clear brand vision, and a deep understanding of what Indian consumers wanted. In 2021, Nika went public. Her net worth jumped nearly 1,000% from banker to billionaire. But more than wealth, Faluni's story is a reminder that age is never a barrier and reinvention is always possible. She didn't just follow the trends, she built them. If this woman impressed you? Leave a comment and let us know. Now, get ready to meet a tech genius quietly taking on the giants of Silicon Valley. 7. Radha, $3.30. Billion quiet tech mogul. She doesn't crave attention. She doesn't chase headlines. But Radha is quietly rewriting the rules of global tech. Based in Chennai, she co-founded Zoho, a software giant taking on the likes of Google and Microsoft. Her name may not be well known, but her work speaks louder than any spotlight ever could. Today, Zoho offers over 45 enterprise products. Email, CRM, workplace tools used by millions of businesses worldwide. And here's the kicker. Zoho crossed $1 billion in revenue without a single round of outside funding. While the rest of the tech world faced mass layoffs and media storms, Zoho stayed calm, No firings, no chaos, just focus, innovation, and people-first values. Rod Ofu keeps a low profile. 8. No Twitter rants, no press tours, just leadership with depth. She built not just a tech company, but a community. One where employees thrive and customers trust the tools they use every day. She proves that real power doesn't need volume. It needs vision. 5. Smita Krishna God, 11.1 billion, heir to a legacy. Smita Krishna God didn't just inherit wealth. She inherited one of India's oldest business dynasties. As a major shareholder, she controls 20% of the Godrej Group, a 126-year-old empire built on trust, innovation, and legacy. But Smita is not a passive heir. She's a quiet architect of evolution. Under her influence, the Godrej Group has transformed from making locks and soaps to building components for India's space program. That's not just success, it's scale, soul, and strategy combined. One of her boldest personal moves, she purchased Mahangar, the legendary Mumbai mansion once home to nuclear scientist Dr. Homi Bhabha. That estate now stands as a symbol of heritage, intellect, and quiet power. Smita lives with her family in one of Mumbai's most luxurious residences, but she avoids the spotlight. No media frenzy, no need for loud statements. Her leadership style is subtle, but her impact is undeniable. Smita Krishna Godrej reminds us that legacy isn't something you preserve, it's something you evolve. 3. Renuka Jagtani, $5.6 billion, retail empress. She didn't inherit a business, she built one from the ground up. Renuka Jagtani started with a single store in Bahrain, just one location, one vision. Over the years, that vision grew into Landmark Group, a retail empire headquartered in Dubai, spanning 21 countries and employing more than 50,000 people. That's not just success. That's scale, soul, and strategy combined. As chairwoman and CEO, Renuka doesn't just manage products, she manages people with purpose. Her empire includes fashion, furniture, electronics, hospitality, and lifestyle brands recognized across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. But what makes her leadership stand out is her unwavering focus on human values. While others chased expansion, Renuka built community. While others prioritized numbers, she prioritized people. The result? A company culture rooted in trust, loyalty, and long-term thinking. Landmark Group is massive, but it feels personal because Renuka made it that way. She blended business acumen with a human touch and built a legacy that proves retail isn't just about transactions. It's about transformation. Renuka Jagtani didn't just create a retail brand. She redefined what it means to lead with both power and empathy. To Anyuaga, $4.7 billion from widow to warrior. In 1996, Anyuaga's life changed overnight. Her husband, the head of engineering giant Thermax, passed away suddenly. She had no formal business training, no corporate background. But when the company was on the edge of collapse, she stepped in. Banua didn't panic. She acted. She made tough decisions, cutting losses, restructuring operations, and rebuilding from the ground up. Against all odds, she saved Thermax from financial ruin and turned it into $1 billion.